Morning, my dear students. Today I am going to teach you about the Mendel's laws of inheritance. So, who is the father of genetics? Gregor John Mendel. Who introduced the laws of inheritance? Mendel introduced laws of inheritance. The Mendel selected seven contrasting traits in a pea plant. The which plant selected by Mendel for his experiments? Pea plant. What is the scientific name of pea plant? Pisum sativa. That belongs to Fabaceae family. Already have learned about that concept. So Mendel selected seven contrasting traits in a pea plant. Contrasting traits, alternate characters, alternative form of characters. Regarding the stem height, alternative form of characters regarding stem height, tall dwarf. Next, regarding the flower color, violet, white, contrasting traits. Regarding flower position, contrasting trait, axial, terminal. Axial and terminal. And another contrasting trait, character, pod shape in pea plant. Regarding pod shape, contrasting traits, inflated, constricted. Regarding the color of the pod color, contrasting traits, green, yellow. Regarding shape of the seed character, contrasting traits, round, wrinkled. Next character, seed color. Regarding the seed color, contrasting traits, yellow, green. Okay. So these are the diagrammatic representation. In pea plant, seven contrasting traits selected. Okay, this is one of the contrasting trait. Seed shape, one contrasting trait. Seed color, another contrasting trait. Flower color, third contrasting trait. Okay, fourth pod shape, and fifth one is spot color, flower position, stem height. Stem height. Okay, regarding the stem height, contrasting traits, tall and dwarf. One of the pea plant is consist of a tall stem, and another pea plant is consist of a dwarf stem. So regarding the stem height, contrasting trait, alternative form of characters, alternate characters, tall, dwarf. Regarding flower position, axial and terminal. The axial flower means that flower is formed in axial of leaf. Terminal position means that flower is formed at terminal region of the stem or branch. Next, pod regarding the pod color, the alternative form of characters, contrasting traits, green, yellow. Regarding the pod shape, full constricted. Regarding the flower color, violet, white. Regarding seed color, yellow, green. Regarding the seed shape, contrasting traits, round, wrinkled. Okay. Among these, the first characters, the dominant trait, dominant character. Round is the dominant on wrinkled shape of the seed. Okay. Tall character is dominant on dwarf character. Axial inflorescence is dominant on terminal inflorescence. Okay, green color of the pot is dominant character, whereas yellow color of the pot is recessive. Pod shape, the full inflated is the dominant character, constricted is the recessive character. Violet is the dominant character, whereas white is a recessive. White color flower is the recessive character. Yellow color seed is a dominant character, green is a recessive. Round shape of the seed is the dominant character, dominant trait. Wrinkled shape of the seed is the recessive trait, recessive character. Okay, this is important for both subjective and objective point of view. Inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross involves cross between two parents which differs in only one pair of contrasting characters. So the cross is made in between the two parental plants based on one contrasting traits, that is monohybrid cross. Okay, if the pea plants crossed based on two contrasting traits, that is a dihybrid cross. Okay, if the plants crossed based on three contrasting traits, that is trihybrid cross. So as per your standard, as per NCERT, that only two crosses given. That's one is monohybrid cross and the other one is the dihybrid cross. So these two types of crosses are enough for your standard. So monohybrid involves cross between two parents which differ in only one pair of contrasting characters. Mendel crossed a pure breeding tall plants. Already you know how the pure breeding tall plants are gets. The pure breeding lines or gets through the continuous self pollination. So Mendel crossed a pure breeding tall plants and a dwarf plants to study the inheritance of one gene. The tall pea plant genotype is capital T, whereas dwarf pea plant genotype is small t. Mendel collected the seeds produced as a result of this cross and grew them to generate plants of the first hybrid generation. So this generation is also called the filial one progeny or the F1 progeny, first filial generation. Mendel observed that all the F1 progeny plants were tall, like one of its parents. None were dwarf. So, phenotype of what is the phenotype? Physical appearance of the tall pea plant. One of the pea plant is tall. The physical appearance of another pea plant is dwarf. That consists of dwarf stem. Okay, regarding the height of the stem, it's one of the contrasting traits. Regarding height of the stem, tall, dwarf. So what is the phenotype of this selected parental pea plants? One of the pea plant is consist of a tall stem and another pea plant is consist of a dwarf stem. And genotype of genetic makeup of that tall pea plant is capital T. The dwarf pea plant genotype is small t. So the tall pea plant, capital T genotype containing tall pea plant produces only one type of gametes, that is capital T. The dwarf pea plant genotype containing small t produces the similar type of gametes, that's small t. So if the tall pea plant is crossed with the dwarf pea plant, so the gametes of tall containing capital T, the gametes of small t containing gametes fused to form genotype capital T, small t. So progeny plants are formed. The progeny plants, the F1 plants, all the F1 plants consist of a tall stem. The genotype of F1 plants capital T small t. So F1 generation plants are produces the gametes, two types of gametes. The one type of gametes are capital T and other types of gametes are small t. So you here the F1 parental plants are produces two kinds of the gametes. Okay, gametes. If the self pollination, the self pollination is conducted in F1 generation plants. Here, the many types of gametes, two types of gametes, capital T, small t, male gametes, and female gametes, capital T, small t. So, capital T containing male gamete is species with capital T containing female gamete. The genotype of this progeny, one of the progeny, capital T, and capital T, small t. Genotype containing gametes are fused. Capital T, small t, small t containing gametes are fused. So suppose the four progenies are formed. Among these four progeny, the one progeny is consist of capital T genotype, and another two progeny consist of capital T small t genotype. Another one progeny is consist of genotype small t. Phenotypically, among these four plants, three of the progeny plants are consist of tall stem, and another pea plant is consist of dwarf stem. So, what is the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation in monohybrid cross? The phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Among these four progeny, three are consist of tall stem and another one progeny is consist of dwarf stem. Okay, what is the genotypic ratio? Genotypically, among these four progeny, one progeny is consist of capital T genotype, another two progeny consist of capital T small t genotype, another one progeny is consist of the small t genotype. So, what is the genotypic ratio? 1:2, 2:1. Phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Genotypic ratio is 1:2, 2:1. Mendel self-pollinated the tall F1 plants, and in the F2 generation, tall and dwarf plants are produced in the ratio of 3:1. So, what is the phenotypic ratio? The monohybrid phenotypic ratio is 3:1. The genotypic ratio is 1:2, 2:1. Similar results were obtained with the other traits that he studied. Only one of the parental traits was expressed in the F1 generation, while at the F2 stage, both the traits were expressed in the proportion 3:1. The contrasting traits did not show any blending at either F1 or F2. Based on these observations, Mendel proposed that something was being stably passed down unchanged from parent to offspring through the gametes over successive generations. He called these things as factors. Now we call them as genes. So, genes are the units of inheritance. They contain the information that is required to express a particular trait in an organism. Okay, so which are the units of inheritance? Genes are the inheritance. Genes are the units of inheritance because they are carries the information from parents to offspring. Early days, the genes are called as factors. The Mendel called those factors. So something was being stably passed down, unchanged from parent to offspring through the gametes over successive generation. He called these things as factors. Nowadays, those factors are called as genes. So, genes are the units of inheritance. They contain the information that is required to express a particular trait in an organism. Genes which code for a pair of contrasting traits are known as alleles. That is, they are slightly different forms of the same gene. Look at here. The Mendel selected two parental plants for his hybridization experiments in monohybrid cross. So this is the one of the parental plant produces violet colored flowers, and another parental plant produces white colored flowers. Okay, it's one of the contrasting trait. So the removal of anthers known as emasculation. Already have learnt about that concept in sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So emasculation means removal of anthers. After removing of the anthers, okay, so this is the female parental plant, male parental plant. First selection of parental plants. After the selection of the parental plants, the emasculation. What is emasculation? Removal of anthers from unopened flower bud. So when it is required, when the emasculation is required, whenever the female parental plant is produces bisexual flowers. The pea plant is annual plant and bisexual plant. Annuals means that's complete life cycle within 1 year. Okay, bisexual flowers. Pea plant is produces bisexual flowers. Means that consists of both male and female reproductive structures. The male reproductive structure androecium and female reproductive structure gynoecium. So after the emasculation, so the flowers, the female parent is covered with a suitable bag, that is known as bagging. After the bagging, the collection of the pollen grains from male parental plant. So now the pollen grains, after removal of the bag, the pollen grains of the male parental plant placed on stigma of female parental plant. After pollination, that is allowed to fruit formation. The fruits are gives the seeds. After fertilization process, ovules are gives rise to seeds. Ovules are develops into seeds, ovary become into fruit. If these seeds are sown in a soil, all the F1 progeny plants are produces violet color flowers. Here in F1 generation, one of the parental characters are expressed. Another contrasting traits regarding stem height. One of the here the selection of parental plants. One of the pea plant is consist of tall stem and another pea plant is consist of dwarf stem. So here what is the contrasting trait? Which character selected regarding stem height? Regarding stem height, the alternative form of characters, the contrasting traits, tall, dwarf. Okay. After the selection, next that's cross pollination. The transfer of pollen grains, emasculation and transfer of pollen grains. Okay, after crossing, that's the F1 progeny plants will be formed. The F1 progeny plants, all the plants are consist of F1 progeny plants are consist of tall stem only. Whereas in F2 generation, the phenotypically that among these four, suppose four progenies are formed. Among these four, three of the plants are consist of tall stem, and another one plant is having dwarf stem. So the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. If we use alphabetical symbols for each gene, then the capital letter is used for the trait expressed at the F1 stage and the small alphabet for the other trait. For example, in case of the character of height, Capital T is used for the tall trait and small t for the dwarf trait. And capital T and small t are alleles of each other. Hence, in plants, the pair of alleles for height would be capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, small t, small t. So, based on this concept, based on the contrasting traits and inheritance of one gene, monohybrid class, the few related, subjective related questions. One of the question mention the 7 contrasting characters studied by Mendel in a pea plant. That is for 3 marks. And next another question, what is monohybrid cross? Write its significance. So monohybrid cross, after that significance of monohybrid cross. What is the significance of monohybrid cross? To know the genotype of hybrids. How many whereas in this concept, few need related questions. How many contrasting traits selected by Mendel for his experiments? How many contrasting traits selected by Mendel for his experiments? 7 contrasting traits. How many true breeding lines selected? 14 true breeding lines. Okay, what is the question here? How many contrasting traits selected by Mendel for his experiment? 7 contrasting traits. Option B is the correct answer. Next, another question. Which of the following one is a dominant character of pea plant? What are the options? The given options. Option A, tall stem. Option B, dwarf stem. Option C, green color seed. Option D, white color flower. Among these, regarding height of the stem, tall is dominant. Dwarf is the recessive. So, this is dominant character, recessive character. Regarding color of the seed, green color is a dwarf, recessive character. Okay, not a dominant. Regarding color of the flower, white is the recessive. So, among these, which option is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. Tall stem is the dominant character. Next, the few more questions. The phenotypic ratio of F2 generation in monohybrid cross. The phenotypic ratio of F2 generation in monohybrid cross, what are the options given? Option A 3:1, option B 1:2:1, option C 2:1:1, option D 1:3. The phenotypic ratio of F2 generation in monohybrid cross is 3:1. The next question is genotypic ratio of F2 generation in monohybrid cross. Genotypic ratio is 1:2, 2:1. Next, the statement above question, statement 1, genes are the units of inheritance. Statement 2, genes contain the information that required to express particular trait in an organisms. What about this statement type of question? Both the statements are correct. Genes are the units of inheritance. Genes are contain the information that required to express particular trait in organism. Both statements are